This is WRLYLP Raleigh.
From Feature Story News in Washington, I'm Nick Harper. The U.S. Justice Department has charged 4 current and former police officers in connection with the raid that killed African-American Breonna Taylor. U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner has been sentenced to 9 years in jail in Russia after a court found her guilty of drug possession and smuggling. And the United Nations says the situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo is tense after one of its officials was banned from the country.
Brought to you by Triangle Access Broadcasting, here's a look at the weather in the Oak 93.5 listening area. For tonight, increasing cloudiness late, with a chance of isolated evening showers and thunderstorms, low around 74. Friday, becoming partly cloudy, it will be humid, with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon hours, high around 93. Friday night, partly cloudy, with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, low around 73. Saturday, mostly sunny, with a chance of scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, high around 94. And Saturday night, partly cloudy skies, with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, low around 73. Keep it here on Oak 93.5. I'm Nowcast meteorologist Jim Vaughn.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Chat City with P. Ross. Conversations and interviews are in the queue. Listen or join in. Here she is, P. Ross.
Greetings, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you for tuning in to Chat City with P. Ross. I am your host, P. Ross, and I am excited to have in here with me today celebrity DJ.
Hello.
RNB.
Hello.
And then we also have in here with us today singing sensation Sitch.
Yes, hello.
Welcome them to the show with me with the House of Flame. All right. Now, I don't care who you are. Everyone likes a good party.
Mm-hmm.
Music, which is the vocal or instrumental sounds that are coupled together in such a way to produce beauty in form of harmony and expression of emotion. And usually that happens with a dance, you know?
Yeah.
So, DJ RNB.
Yes.
You do a great job of that, getting people to express themselves in the form of dance, being a DJ.
Yeah.
Tell us how your disc jockey journey began.
Well, music, it pretty much runs in my family. I know that's very cliche to say. Like my mom used to sing. My dad, he was in like a Temptation singing group growing up. Okay. Not in the real Temptation, but like a similar group growing up.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to be a singer. And then my voice changed through puberty. I realized I couldn't sing anymore.
Uh-huh.
I could rap a little bit, but not seriously.
Okay.
So DJing just kind of came natural. I'm at parties. I'm like, these DJs are not doing it right. Uh-huh. So I was in college using LimeWire. I downloaded Virtual DJ on my college laptop, started doing little dorm parties. And it was like, you're really good. How do you know these songs go together? And I'm like, I just hear it. Because I'm also like, I play the piano, so I know music.
Okay.
I can read music. I know song structure, harmonic mixing, and it just came natural.
Okay. Now, what college did you attend?
I went to Hartwick College up in upstate New York.
Okay. Are you from New York originally?
Yep. I'm from the Bronx, New York originally, yes.
Okay. All right. And what brought you to North Carolina?
I was working in my old 9-to-5 job at Time Warner Cable, now known as Spectrum.
Uh-huh.
And they closed down the office in New York and relocated it here.
Okay.
And there's like, you can you're basically either laid off or you can move with the company. And I'm like, well, I'm going to move with the company because the job market in New York at that time was not very good at all. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to go back working retail. So I'm like, I'm just going to move with the company.
Okay. So let me ask this question.
Yeah.
Why did you want to be a DJ?
It just came natural. I literally enjoy doing it.
Okay.
Like for me, it's therapeutic.
Uh-huh.
I'm out there mixing records. It's like, yes, I'm like partying with the crowd, but a lot of times I'm really doing it for me. I just have really good taste in music.
Okay. Awesome. Now, you are a bit of an actor too. Is that correct?
Once upon a time, yes.
Okay. All right. Tell us a little bit about that background.
Yeah, well, in college, I minored in theater. In theater and music, actually. Mm-hmm. And I was in a lot of different plays. It's still up there. One of my old YouTube channels is still up there where I actually have a lot of me performing a lot of monologues. Because before DJing, my plan was to move to LA to pursue an acting career.
Okay.
I just kind of chickened out.
Well, it's never too late, okay?
Sure.
All right. Now, at what point did you discover that you are really that good on the ones and twos? Did I say it right? The ones and twos? Okay.
Yeah.
And you said, hey, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to hand out my business card, or I'm going to let somebody know I can do this for them.
Yeah, it was actually one of my first like public DJ gigs here. I DJ'd. I was the opening DJ for Reggae Night at the house in Durham.
Okay.
And I did about the first hour, and I looked up and everybody was rocking with me. It was like 300 people there. And I'm like, oh my God, I can actually do this. And I literally put in my 2-week notice on my job the next day.
Wow. Okay.
And just went full time.
Hey,
just
that's
went
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So do you do this 7 days a week, or what is your work?
Yeah, I currently do this 6 days a week, actually. And on the 7th day, I actually shoot podcasts. So.
Okay. All right. Now, you are, if not the CEO, a founding member of 4 Phones Entertainment.
Correct, yes.
Okay. What is 4 Phones Entertainment representative of?
Well, basically, we're in an elite management agency with me and a couple of business partners, and we currently manage a couple of artists. We have dancers, producers, DJs, photographers. So we're basically a whole entertainment hub.
Okay. All right. Now, you were on the show with me, Chat City.
Yes.
A few weeks ago, and you came in with Mr. Chenier.
Yes.
To my surprise, I wasn't expecting any other people, but I was glad that you came. So that is our mutual contact there, and I want to shout out Mr. Chenier. He's got a big event coming up this weekend. Now he had you as a guest, or he invited you as his guest.
Yes.
And as he mentioned, you are very capable of earning every dollar that you ask for when it comes to giving a show or giving your DJ skills out to someone else or providing music. So I want to say congrats on that.
Thank you.
And I did see that you are highly recommended on social media. And you have, you've also... Okay, let's go back to some of the other things that you do, which is lights, camera, action, so to speak.
Yeah.
Tell me about your production with lights, camera, and action on that.
Well, a lot of that comes from, like I said, I minored in theater in college.
Okay.
So have experience literally from hanging up lights, from angling lights. I know what light colors look good on certain like skin tones. So a lot of that literally ties into what I do. When I do a show, I don't just have just 2 speakers and wires everywhere. I do an entire production. Think of like the Grammy Award just on a smaller scale. That's basically what I bring to venues. We got lights, moving lights. The sound quality is always good because I also minored in music. So I also know exactly what it's supposed to sound like, how to balance sound, how to balance the microphone so you don't get feedback. I basically using every skill I gained to profit off it, basically. Yeah,
that's wonderful. That is wonderful, and I want to see one of your shows real soon. Okay, now you're also known as an international DJ.
Yeah.
What other countries have you been to, or tell us a little about your international experience?
Well, I haven't been to any other countries yet, unless you count Puerto Rico, where it's not technically a country, but to me it is. Hey.
Yeah.
But I did have DJed in Puerto Rico, and I have also DJed in 8 different states. I travel a lot, and international. That is definitely on my to-do list. I got to get my passport.
Yeah.
Speak it into existence. Keep going at it. Yes. Now, what's your favorite genre of music? DJ R&B?
My favorite genre of music is actually reggae.
Okay, and why reggae?
It's just so high vibrational, so positive. It's all about dancing and having a good time.
Okay. All right. Now, on social media, tell us about, scratch that question. You were nominated or elected as one of Carolina's top DJs through, what was it, the Carolina
Music Awards.
Music Awards. How many years in a row have you done that, or how many years have you been labeled?
Well, I'm currently nominated also this year. This is my 5th year nominated, and I won it the last time they had it, which is 2019, before COVID. So I'm still in the reigning Carolina Music Award DJ of the Year.
All right.
Hopefully, I hold on to the crown. Hopefully.
If you are just tuning in, you're listening to Chat City with P. Ross on Oak 93.5 FM. In the studio with me today, I do have celebrity powerhouse DJ RNB. And we have singing sensation R&B powerhouse Sitch. All right. So now, not only do you DJ R&B, you manage other artists.
Yes.
All right. Now tell me how you got started with this.
Well, basically, I always had a love for indie music. I'm a big believer that real DJs break records. We don't just play what's popular in the Billboard charts. And I noticed that a lot of the artists currently like breaking popular per se weren't really that talented. They just kind of had their business matter in order. They worked hard, they networked. So me and a couple of my partners, DJ JB, My Styles, and CG, we came together like, if we can find artists with actual talent and get them the same thing, put some money behind them, get the business in order, we can break the next Michael Jackson I heard, the next Beyonce. I'm talking about generational talent.
Right.
And that's basically what we aim to do.
Now, you said if we can go out and find. So is that what you do? You go to different venues, or how do you scout your talent that you seek to help?
As funny as it sounds, I scout talent by not scouting talent.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you're looking for them, you can be so desperate that you will overlook several red flags and flaws. Whereas if, like, a lot of my current artists, such as Sitch, we didn't really scout him. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time. He was like, oh my God, he's really good because he sings, he dances, he's humble, he's marketable, and it just kind of it's just there.
Okay. What is the competition like for someone such as, for your group, for Phones Entertainment?
It's actually not a lot of competition because people don't realize a lot of people in this market actually, we work together.
Okay.
So like a lot of people beef, that's just for social media. In real life, it's not really a lot of competition. I know several people from different radio stations, several other management agencies, and we actually work together. They have an artist, I'll put them on one of my platforms, I'll put my artists on their platforms. If they got an opportunity out of state that their artists don't fit, they will refer me. Like, we are literally work together. It's not a competition thing.
And I just want to house applause you on that one. Learning to work together. That's wonderful. Now, how do you as a DJ stay up to date with the latest trends? How do you do that?
I don't. I kind of try to make the trends, if that makes sense. Like,
yes.
I mean, of course, like I have social media, so I know what people listen to. I'm not that good with TikTok, but I do have a TikTok. So I'm a little old now, so I'm not big on that. But I basically like I said, for the most part, I play music that I would enjoy listening to if I was to go out, and I just happen to build a following who has similar tastes in music. So a lot of music I played aren't necessarily new songs, but they're classic songs.
Okay. Wow. All right. Now, do you face challenges as a DJ?
Absolutely.
What are some of your biggest challenges?
Being burned out. Like, DJing 6 days a week is very tiring. And like I said, all my gigs, I literally bring my entire lighting setup with a smoke machine. And a lot of times I forget. Mentally, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. But physically, it's like, you're human. So every day, my back is killing me from lifting up speakers. I'm mentally drained, mentally exhausted. So
I'm sure you've got some hired hands to help you with that, don't you?
I do with the setup, but I try not to use them unless I absolutely need to, because a lot of times they break stuff. Not on purpose, they just don't know.
I get that, because I'm a former church musician. I played keyboard, and I was very particular about my instruments. I mean, down to the speakers, everything. And I was very particular about who I let help me. And so I totally understand. I'm like, no, don't grab it that way. Pick it up like this, or lay it down like that. So I understand that. RNB.
Mm-hmm.
What does that stand for?
It actually doesn't stand for anything.
Okay.
Like my real name is Reggie Brown. My middle name does not start with the N.
Okay.
So I guess you could say it's close to my initials, but it actually doesn't stand for anything, believe it or not.
Okay. All right. Now, what do you usually start with when you're preparing a set?
When I'm preparing a set, I usually start with like to me, the first song is the hardest song because that kind of sets the tone for the entire night. Mm-hmm. So I typically, for the first song, I try to do like a throwback party song, but a song that's like not a song you hear every day. So I don't like to do a cliche song. It's hard to really define because my opening song is different for every gig.
Okay. All right. And what do you do when the audience or the crowd is not on the dance floor and they're not moving? What do you do?
Well, believe it or not, a lot of the DJ part, I don't want them on the floor the entire time because if I have them on the floor the entire time, then the venue's not making any money, the bar's not making money.
Okay.
So a lot of the DJ skill is knowing how to rotate the crowd.
Okay.
Sometimes you want people to head to the bar to get a drink. If I have them come in at 10 o'clock, the dance floor packed, which I can do, then the venue is going to be like, hey, we can't afford to pay you because we didn't make any money at the bar.
Oh, okay.
So that's a lot of tips. A lot of people don't realize my goal is not to have them on the floor the entire time.
I got you. Okay, so there's a science to that. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something that has irritated me, and you tell me if I should quit this. Now, the few times that I've had a party or there was something I hosted, and we used a DJ. Every now and then I would get a person that would walk up to me and say, hey, does your DJ take requests? And so I'm frowning because I'm like, you know what? The answer is no. I don't know if he does or not, but I don't want you to go up there messing the DJ up with what you want to hear. Because in my mind, I'm thinking you're taking away from his set. What he may have already, had planned out to play at this time or that time. Yeah. Now, am I wrong for doing that?
You're absolutely correct. A lot of part of DJing is like you're telling a story. That's like going to a concert and interrupting Beyonce said, "Hey, can you do Crazy in Love instead?" It's kind of like if it's a really good song, trust they'll get to it, but not right now. And now you interrupted the set. Now they're agitated, and now they lost their focus. Like, unless if you want to make requests, book them for your private party. Then I'll play whatever you want to hear at your private party.
Okay, so we're gonna say that again to those of you that like to ask for a requested song at a party. Do not do it because why? Tell them again, DJ RNB.
Like, we're professionals. Like, we know what we're doing. Trust us. You want to go to a concert and tell your favorite artist, hey, can you sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star instead? Like, no, let them do their set.
Okay, you heard it here on Chat City with P. Ross, so get that one, okay? Now, didn't something recently happen in the news with a DJ who got angry at, let me think about that. I think there was a DJ or an artist that got angry with a DJ over something. Tell us about that one.
Yeah. So apparently the artist Wiz Khalifa, he was at some show, and I didn't see what happened beforehand. All I seen was him on a microphone cursing out the DJ. He pushed him. He knocked the hat off his head. He challenged him to a fight. And
wow. Tell me what are some of your favorite moments or best moments while you're DJing?
Some of the best moments is when you look up and everybody from different races, different cultures, different economic levels are all on the dance floor just having the time of their life, losing their mind. When you got people like, it's been close, I'll play a whole bachata mix with Spanish music, and it'd be gangsters out there with their ladies on the floor doing full-out bachata moves, and because I just literally... They just, for that instant, they're in somewhere else. That's their utopia. And that's just a lovely moment to feel. That's the best moment.
Now, what kind of music did you say?
Bachata.
Bachata. I never heard of bachata. Okay,
it
sounds fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it's like a Spanish music. Yeah, a lot of hip movements. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other people in your family that do what you do?
In terms of DJing, no. But I do have others who does music stuff. Like my brother, he actually has a music studio in his house right now. He does podcasts, like they try to rap, but it's not very good. Sorry, bro. But they definitely do music stuff. In terms of DJing, I don't though. No.
Okay. All right. Now, what has been? I guess I'm kind of doubling this question up again. What's been the most rewarding part of your DJ career?
Actually, winning the Carolina Music Awards in 2019. Because being a transplant, somebody who's not from here, I didn't grow up here. I moved here in 2012. I don't work for any radio station, so I have no radio connections. I'm not from here. I literally won because hard work made it so I deserved to win. And that was actually very rewarding to be giving you flowers.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again to you on that.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. If you are just tuning in, I am delighted to have in the studio with me DJ RNB, celebrity DJ, and singer, dancer, Sitch. All right. Sitch.
Yes, ma'am.
You are considered an R&B pop soul singer with much more to the package. You attribute your musical genes from your mom or with your mom. Tell us a little bit about yourself on that.
Yes, so I go by Sitch. I am an R&B / pop soul music artist. I'm also a dancer, a visual artist, an entertainer. Blessed to be all around artistic. I grew up in Fayetteville. I got my musical start in the church. So I started singing in the church choir when I was 8. And in school, I always did chorus and governor's school and honors chorus, this, that, and the third. So I was always surrounded by music, but I got that foundation from the church, like I said. And I attribute a lot of my musical genes and interests with my mom because my mom's family is the ones who really were heavy into that choral stuff.
Okay, now let's go back to when you were 8 years old.
Yes.
And I'm assuming you were in the church singing. That was your first start. Is that correct? All right. So did mom just throw you in with the other church kids in the choir and say, get up there and sing with the rest of them? Or was there something she detected early on at home and said, hey, I'm going to get my son started. Let's start with the church.
Yeah, it was a little of both. I have a lot of cousins. My family is huge, and all of us went to the same church. So it was kind of like what the kids did. We were all thrown into the choir. But the difference is you had to be, I think, at least 8 years old to be in the choir and baptized and all of that. So before I was 8, I was in the pews just yelling the songs that the choir was singing. And I mean, just loud for no reason, just loud in the pews. So it was a no-brainer that I was going to end up in the choir. It's one of the primary reasons I wanted to get baptized, other than, God, of course. But from early on, my mom was like, yeah, this one's going to be in the choir.
Okay. So you have other siblings, is that right?
Yes, I have 2 sisters.
Okay. Do they sing or act or perform as you?
We were all choir kids. They didn't pursue music into their later years the way that I have, but we all have that musical bug.
Okay. All right. Now, you mentioned that you were in chorus and honors and governors courses. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So tell us how you graduated from church choir. You go to high school, and you're selected for these programs.
Yes. So in school, I was taking, the regular chorus class. Shout out to Miss Melvin, my teacher from high school. And whenever these things came around yearly or semesterly, different things like honors choir, all county chorus, and ultimately governor's school, the selection process would either be audition based or you get recommended by your school. So being in chorus and having that rapport with the teacher in the school, you got your name kind of recommended for those kinds of things. And then you audition, and if you get in, you get in. If you don't, then you try again the next time. So I was fortunate to be selected for those things.
Now, what high school did you go to again?
I went to Reed Ross Classical School.
Reed Ross. All right. Okay. I know about Reed Ross in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yeah. So we're going to just give you a house applause. Just because you went to read law, even though Pinecrest High School is the better high school. That was my high school.
Whoa.
I'm just messing with you. All right, now you moved on to college. What college did you attend?
I went to North Carolina State University.
North Carolina State. All right, and you
Wolfpack.
added
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. All right. Now you've added by this time dance to your body of work.
Yes.
How did this come to be?
So I started dance my junior year of high school, 2013. Shout out Miss Palmer,
Miss Palmer.
dance teacher. But yeah, it was funny because the way that I actually got into the class was I was looking at my schedule for the semester, and I had this like Microsoft class on there, and I said, I don't want to do this. So I went to the guidance counselor and I said, hey, what classes can I take instead of this? So he pulled up the master roster. I looked at all the other classes. I either took them or couldn't take them. And I saw this Dance 2 class. And I said, I've never taken dance before, and this is intermediate level, but we're going to give it a shot. I'm cool with the teacher. Like, she taught my older sister. Like, this will be fine. So I go to Miss Palmer and I said, hey, you wanna let me switch into this dance class? She said, you know it's intermediate, right? I said, yeah. She was like, are you going to stick with it? I said, of course. I didn't know back then. Of course. So she lets me in. I take to dance really quickly, and I become very interested in it. So ended up catching on to dance, and I ended up dancing with Fayetteville State's ensemble. And by the time I got into college, I joined Fusion Dance Crew and Panoramic Dance Project. Shout out Tara Mullins. So it was something that caught on very quickly that I didn't really expect to have such an interest in. But I think it's one of the best parts of all of the things that I do creatively.
All right, and I had the opportunity to see video last night with you and a couple of other dancers, I do believe, male dancers, and you guys did a great, wonderful job. I was engaged.
Thank you.
So, very good.
Shout out to Michael Tran and Miko Gravar. Those are my boys.
All right. Now, graphic design was a career choice for you.
Yes.
How did you combine music and dance with that?
Yeah. I've always been drawing since I was a little kid. I got that from my dad. And whenever I was in college and whenever I was in high school about to go to college, you select what you want to do and what you want to major in. So I said, I'm going to do graphic design because that seems the most commercially viable, right? So I majored in graphic design, did all of that. And the way I combined it with music and dance was I knew that the connection between the three were very easy to link into if you knew how to do it well. For music, if you can create something that people want to dance to, then you're onto something great. If you create music that makes people see something or feel something, that's very powerful. As a graphic designer, I knew how to create imagery that could make the music better and of an experience. And I knew how to, like, when I was planning dance performances, I could see like what people would look like on the stage, and I want the stage to be set up this way, and I want these kinds of lights because that looks pretty, and that we're gonna wear these colors for this performance. So I took all of those different disciplines and just kind of made myself this monster. So I get on R&B's nerves all the time because he'll help planning the performances in the shows, and I'll be like, this is my mix for this show, but can you do these kinds of lights? And he'll be like, what do you think about this? I'm like, that's excellent, let's run it. It's a great blessing of a collaboration.
Yeah, and you do it well, it sounds like.
Thank you.
If you are just tuning in, you are listening to Chat City with P. Ross. I am your host, P. Ross, and I have been chatting with DJ RNB. He is a celebrity DJ and R&B singer, dancer, Sitch. All right. Now, we're going to get a chance to hear some music from Sitch a little later on, so please stick around. Sitch, tell us what your very first performance was like, where it was, and how it was.
Ooh. So my very first performance as an independent music artist was in 2015, and I believe it was I'm going to say at least one of the first major ones I remember is Packapalooza at NC State. And this was before, So Packapalooza is this huge like block party that NC State hosts every August, and thousands of people come out, and there's a lot of different performers and vendors and all that. And I was able to perform on one of those stages, and I had a few original songs. Don't look for them; they don't exist anymore. But
Why not?
we're gonna call them beta testing.
Okay.
So yeah, I had some of those, and but it was fun. I did some of those, couple covers. I had dance friends from Fusion that said, "Hey, can you dance with me for this performance, please?" And they said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And it was really cool to look back and think like, "Oh, I really did that." The performance is on YouTube, but and then in 2019 is when I adopted the Sitch pseudonym. And the first performance after doing that was at Carolina Waves. Shout out Miriam. And it was an open mic. And I signed up. I didn't know what I was doing. I went up there, and it was just me. I performed, I think, my song Dunch Date and Runway. And people really like took to it. They were shocked because it was like a hip-hop heavy show, and I was this little teeny bopper R&B dude up there like dancing and stuff. So after the first 30 seconds of shock, they were like, "Wait, this song's actually kind of dope." And I said, "Yeah." And the rest is history.
All right. Now, you mentioned your name, Sitch,
Yes.
as a pseudonym.
Mm-hmm.
Your government name, government issued name is Matthew Wright.
Yeah.
Tell us how you came up with Sitch.
Well, Matthew Wright is extremely Caucasian. It's great for jobs. Great for jobs. So shout out Teresa. Thank you for the name. No. When I was first doing music, I did have just my name, Matthew A. Wright, but one that's really long. It's very actor-ish and not really music. And I didn't feel like it's like stand out enough. So I was thinking of artist names, and I was throwing around all these terrible ideas. And then my fraternity nickname is What's the Sitch? Like the Kim Possible reference, like do 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 do. So I said, oh, what if I just shorten it to Sitch? I don't think I've ever heard anybody go by that. So I chose that. Turns out there's some random DJ like in a foreign country that's named that, but it doesn't matter because I'm here too. So from there, Sitch was my name. Now I gotta get people to stop saying Stitch, but that's a minor hurdle.
Now, at what time did you decide I'm gonna really pursue my musical career? When you knew that you had it, I mean, what time did you just say, okay, I'm gonna do this?
I want to say it was in 2015, whenever I first started performing original music. That was, I think, the turning point for me that said, this is something that you don't really know what the pathway is going to look like, but there's nothing that's going to stop you either. So do it. And to get that push from inside to just go for something like that, I think was a huge benefit. And then having the support from like family and friends and people that are actually saying like, oh, I love this song, or I think you really did a good job. It's such a huge motivation and a rush. I think that was whenever I said, yeah, this is what I'm going to do.
DJ RNB, as a manager, do you recommend that someone that has a name that isn't really striking for the industry, do you recommend that they change?
Yes, the name has to be marketable. What Sitch is actually very marketable. Like a lot of artists, none that I work with, but some artists do have names. It's like, I don't think this is it. Like, because especially like if you Google if your name is just Tom, that's not. You're not gonna stand out with a name if your name is just Tom, because there's a million Toms. You Google Tom. It's
homie from MySpace.
It's 100 pages worth of Tom.
Well, it's been a practice throughout the ages. I know with stars and actors, actresses, musical talent. It's just something like you said. It needs to be marketable. All right, now if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Oak 93.5 FM, Chat City with P. Ross. I am your host, P. Ross, and I have two wonderful guests in the building with me today. I have DJ RNB and singer Sitch. As I said earlier, we're going to get to listen to some music that Sitch has on his album. But before we do, I want to ask you, Sitch, did you personally write the lyrics and the music for your projects?
Yeah. just know if Nicki Minaj spit, Nicki Minaj wrote it. No, no, yeah, I wrote all of the music that I currently have and produced all of the music on my first project, and one of the songs on my last EP.
Okay, and I believe the first song that we're gonna play today is called Runway. Tell us a little bit about Runway.
Runway is my ode to black and brown and melanated women, and it is, I like to think of it as an anthem. I don't know if other people agree, but it doesn't matter because I do. But no, Runway is just a celebration of the ladies that I've been blessed to encounter, and just celebrating everybody that has some color in their skin, you know? Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Anthem, written by Sitch, here on Chat City at Oak 93.5.
I want a girl who got it like that. Melanated beige, honey brown black. She independent to count her own stacks. Winter, spring, fall, summer, falls back. Hey, now all the gal them walking down my way. She not from Tola, but she whine like Monet. Freak 'em dress on like Beyonce. Girl, hit that walk just like a runway. Hey, I want a girl inclined today. Fellas with an IQ above 98. Whether it's sweatpants or lingerie. She's a top model like Tyra Banks. Hey, I kinda wonder how I'd explain the way she running inside my brain. H-Trigger wanna get her inside and say anything that I gotta say. Cause girl, you got a body that's anything but safe. No amount of dollars can buy it, cause everything is paid for. Trying to holler, but you never give them the time I take. Oh, and that's why I want a girl who got it like that. Melanated beige, honey brown black. She independent to count her own stacks. Winter, spring, fall, summer, falls back. Hey, now all the gal them walking down my way. She not from Tola, but she whine like Monet. Freak 'em dress on like Beyonce. Girl, hit that walk just like a runway. Hey, I want a girl that can take it all without having to take it all. She the plug, she the one, she save it all without wearing the cape at all. Hey, and if she with it, I'm in and I recognize and admit it. She representin', she get it and she deserve that. She throw them pounds in the stand, you and flip them birds back. So if you speaking, she tweaking, then take them words back. Girl, you got a body that's anything but safe. No amount of dollars can buy it, cause everything is paid for. Tryna holler, but you never giving the time of day. Oh, and that's why I wanna know. I want a girl who got it like that. Melanated beige, honey brown black. She independent to count her own stacks. Winter, spring, fall, summer, falls back. Hey, now all the gal them walking down my way. She not from Tola, but she whine like Monet. Freak 'em dress on like Beyonce. Girl, hit that walk just like a runway. Hey, I want a girl who got it like that. Melanated beige, honey brown black. She independent to count her own stacks. Winter, spring, fall, summer, falls back. Hey, now all that gal them walking down my way. She not from Tola, but she whine like Monet. Freak 'em dress on like Beyonce. Girl, hit that walk just like a runway. Hey, there she go. Find us all around her when she step out of the door. They be going crazy by the city, and you know. Yes, you know. Yeah, you know. There she go. Flawless, and she got it from her head to her toe. Can't be coming lazy at the city, and you know. Yeah, you know. No. I want a girl who got it like that. Melanated beige, honey brown black. She independent and count her own stacks. Winter, spring, fall, summer, falls back. Now all the gal them walking down my way. She not from Tola, but she whine like Monet. Freak 'em dress on like Beyonce. Girl, hit that walk just like a runway. Hey.
All right. Whoa.
I like that
Whoa, I was hitting the wrong button. Yeah, nicely arranged, Sitch. Nicely
you.
arranged. Now, usually most artists, vocal artists, are considered triple threats. One who's proficient in 3 particular skills, and in the field of music, it's singing, dancing, acting. And I read where you mentioned that you love adding and giving drama or theatrics to what you do. Choreography ties into this. But what about silver screen for you? Is there any interest there, and will you pursue it?
Yeah, I was in plays and things in grade school, and if you ask my siblings especially, they would be the first to tell you that I had a thing for the theatrics growing up. My older sister, I pick at her all the time for this. She used to say that my life growing up was like a Disney Channel movie because I would always create melodrama out of anything, even though it was never that deep. So as far as acting professionally goes, I would love to have that opportunity, and whether it be on screen, voice acting, anything of the sort.
Okay. Now, you've been able to travel and perform for others outside of North Carolina, which is where we are now. What's that been like for you?
It's been really, really cool. I've performed now in, I think, 5 different states, including Georgia, Florida, Indiana, we gonna say Chicago, Virginia, and of course here North Carolina. So traveling to different places and seeing what the sphere of talent is like in those areas and the caliber of performance, it's really, really humbling, but also very motivating to pull up as an artist coming from a different place where nobody knows you locally, and still proving that you have a place on any stage that you walk on.
Okay, and so tell us how some of these opportunities came up for you.
Well, a lot of them came through 4 Phones Entertainment.
All right, 4 Phones. We're going to give a house of applause.
Yeah, and really taking advantage of those opportunities that DJ RNB and 4 Phones has with other promoters and hosts of different events. And then I've also had to search for opportunities myself prior to 4 Phones, and even currently with different opportunities as well, because one thing that DJ R&B does a really great job of doing is letting us as artists still have autonomy of our careers and goals, and reminding us that, like, as much as 4 Phones or any management company is looking out for you and finding opportunities, as an artist you still can do that too.
All right.
And that's encouraged.
Great. Now, who's your favorite artist, Sitch?
Well, my favorite artist is Beyonce.
All right.
Never would have guessed that.
I mean, I know it's hard to assume, but no, yeah, Beyonce's at the top.
Okay, now, Beyonce, Queen Bee, was recently slighted. I like Beyonce too, but she was recently slighted for allegedly sampling music from another artist, Kellis, without permission, and it's on her new album Renaissance. Are you aware of that?
I am aware.
Okay. Are you surprised Queen Bee is in this position now, being that she's a veteran at this now, and her husband is Jay-Z? I mean, a rap artist. And how did Beyonce do this? Why she's in this position right now?
See, from my understanding, it was an interpolation of a Khalees song, which Khalees did not own the rights to, as far as like publishing and stuff. So much so that she could make the decision on whether or not to clear said sample. So my understanding is Beyonce's team went through the proper channels to clear that sample to use on the project. Now, whether or not Khalees knew about it as the artist on that song, I don't know. And I guess she didn't, because that's why she was upset. But if you go through the proper business channels, sometimes as the artist, you aren't in the position where you have to be notified for those kinds of things. And I think that goes more into an ownership conversation rather than, oh, you're the face of the track. You are the contact person. You know what I mean?
Okay. With that said, we're going to listen to another song that was written by Sitch. This song is called Stereo.
And there are no samples, and I own the whole thing, I swear.
All right.
I need this love in stereo, a little 8-track two-way scenario, 808 heartbreak dance aerial, like hate, lust, love, or
Stereo.
like hate, lust, love, or
Stereo.
like hate, lust, love, or
Stereo.
I need this love in stereo, a little 8-track two-way scenario, 808 heartbreak dance aerial, like hate, lust, love, or I need this love in stereo, a little 8-track two-way scenario, 808 heartbreak dance aerial. I need somebody more than a friend. stereo. Seems loud, but it's silent to me. If you wanna work it out, then it's got to be stereo. You want a lover? It's like the rhythm you feel when you hear the beat. If you wanna I need this love, yeah. Stereo. Out of pocket. We never planned. You miss the stereophonic, supersonic love and emotion we never comprehend. I want your stereo love. Your stereo love. Your stereo love. Your stereo love. I need this love in stereo. A little 8-track stereo love. 808 heartbreak dance aerial. Like 8 love stereo. I need this love in stereo. A little 8-track stereo love. 808 heartbreak dance aerial. Stereo. Like a piano needs keys. Like the rhythm you feel when you hit me. Stereo. Seems loud, but it's silent to me. If you wanna work it out, then it's got to be stereo. Like a piano needs keys. Like the rhythm you feel when you hit the beat. Stereo. Seems loud, but it's silent to me. If you wanna work it out, then it's got to be stereo.
You know what it is when we bumping on your stereo, bumping on your stereo, bumping on your stereo. Can you handle this bass stereo? Hair done, nails done. There we go. Yeah, turn me up loud on your audio. What's up, face down at the studio? Baby, we can speed up the tempo. Tempo, 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 ayy. Temporary love, then I go my way. Cause you know a bitch got options, ayy. Take a shot, let's tear up the dance floor. You know I need it right now, now. One touch, I'ma make you falsetto. So let me love you down, down. Baby, move your body to the beat of the drum. You like that when my go bum 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 bum. I love when you push up on it. Now you need a repeat, cause I got that. You know what it is when we bumping on your stereo. Bumping on your stereo. Bumping on your stereo. You know what it is when we bumping on your stereo. Bumping on your stereo. Bumping on your stereo.
Stereo.
That was Stereo, written by Sitch. You heard it on Chat City on Oak 93.
Sitch.
I'm sorry, Sitch. Written by Sitch on Chat City, Oak 93.5. If you have been listening to this show today, we have DJ RNB and singer Sitch in the audience with us, or in the studio with us today. If you have any questions for them, feel free to give us a call at 919-899-9305. Or if you just want to give them a shout out or have anything to say, feel free to do that at this time. In the meantime, Sitch.
Yes.
You are from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
2-6.
All right. There are some other great artists out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. J. Cole.
Yes.
2-time Grammy Award winning neo soul singer Timothy Bloom. Are you familiar with him?
Yes.
All right. And David Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I know them fellas over there. hadn't met J. Cole, but I actually used to play in church with David Bloom. So,
really?
Yeah. So I just was curious if you knew them.
Amen.
So yeah. What famous artists have you met, if you've met any, and who inspires you the most?
I have met a few famous artists. Well, when I was younger, I met Smokey Norfolk, which was really cool. I have met Tori Kelly, and I met and actually opened for Chrisette Michelle.
Awesome.
So those were really awesome experiences. I think meeting Tori Kelly was probably the most memorable, or the most insane, because it was 2015, and she was performing for our homecoming show that year for NC State. Okay. And there was this huge competition that NC State had to open for Tori Kelly at that show. I didn't win, but the consolation prize was like, but you have a really great personality. What if you hosted the little opening show? And I was like, what? Hosting? Sure. That kind of happened. But anyway, because of all of that, they allowed all of the students that were doing that to meet Tori Kelly. So it was literally just like a hi, how are you in a picture, but it blew my mind because I said, oh my gosh, that's Tori Kelly. So
awesome. DJ RNB.
Yes.
Who are some of your great celebrity influences?
My celebrity influence, my favorite DJ of all time is definitely Kid Capri.
Kid Capri.
He's like amazing. I actually have a DJ drop by him, which is like Huge. I love that.
Now, DJ Kid Capri, the late great Biz Markie,
Yeah.
DJ Cool. These guys are disc jockeys, great disc jockeys, and they carried their careers well into their 50s.
Yeah.
Will that be you as well?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the goal.
All right. I'm going to give you a house of applause. All right. Now, we are quickly coming to the top of our hour, the close of our show. What's next for you, Sitch, excuse me. What's next for you? Are there more albums and performances in the works?
Yes. So very soon, I'm going to be dropping my music video for Stereo, which is what we just heard, featuring None After Hours. So I'm excited for that. Also, I'm nominated for Best New Artist for the Carolina Music Awards this year. And the award show is this Saturday. So that's super exciting as well. Outside of that, I'll be performing a couple times in the next couple of weeks, including at the Slimy Energy concert.
Okay.
Co-hosted by Four Phones Entertainment.
There's that Four Phones Entertainment. All right. That's awesome. All right. And DJ RNB.
Yes.
Did you say earlier on in the show that you are nominated again this year?
I am, yes.
All right. So both of you will be going to the Carolina Music Awards this weekend. And let me ask you this. Do you have your outfits ready for the show?
No.
No. I plan to go shopping early tomorrow to try to put something together.
Yeah.
Okay, take lots of pictures, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I hope you go home with the gold or the trophy or whatever it
too.
is that you win at Carolina Music Awards.
Thank you.
Sitch, what would you say to the biggest bully you can find that you know, or that you know? What would you say to someone that was a bully?
Let's see. I would say make sure you stream In Other News by Sitch. It's available on all major listening platforms. And look out for the music video to Stereo coming soon.
All right. And DJ R&B, where are you bringing the next party?
The next party, got a busy weekend. I got the Carolina Music Awards Festival tomorrow in Raleigh. I got the Raleigh World Festival Saturday. I got a show with Mr. Chenier actually on Sunday. Then I got Monday, I got a podcast. Tuesday, I have a show in Durham. Wednesday in Greensboro. Next Thursday, I'm in Raleigh.
Okay.
Next Friday, I'm in Raleigh. And next Saturday, I have to look at my calendar. I don't know.
You're going to be busy. Both of you seem very busy, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If someone who has been listening to this show want to connect with Four Phones Entertainment as far as guidance or management, what do they need to do?
Well, in terms of guidance, they can definitely, the first step with that is definitely book a consultation at fourphonesent.com. That's when we just sit down and we basically just have a conversation about answer any questions you have about your career, help you identify your fan base, your target demographic. It's definitely step with that. In terms of management, we're not currently taking on any new clients at this time, but definitely keep working hard and we'll find you.
Does anyone with any genre of music or talent can come to you?
Yep, any genre of music, yeah.
Okay. And give them that contact information again?
It's fourphonesent.com, and our email is info@fourphonesent.com.
Okay. And Sitch, if one want to book you for a party or their personal event, what do they have to do?
Contact Four Phones Entertainment.
Good answer.
I love it.
After they follow
Okay. All right. Now, DJ R&B.
Yes.
If you could make the world a better place when it's in a crisis situation in the form of music, what song would you play?
I would play Sitch Runaway. Not being biased, but it's just such a popular song, has a good beat, people can dance to it, has a good message behind it, it's uplifting. Definitely, yeah. It's a really good song.
All right. And we are at the close of the show. Is there anything you gentlemen would like to add? I believe I asked everything that I could ask you today. But if I missed anything, or if there's just something you would like to say to the audience today, you have the floor.
I'll start by saying follow me on social media at Sitch Official. That is SITCH Official. Other than that, just thank you, P. Ross, for having us and for talking with us. And shout out to all the independent artists out there that are doing their thing, and anybody who's pursuing something on their own. It's definitely an interesting journey. So the fact that we're all sticking with it and making waves is remarkable, to say the least.
Awesome. DJ RNB?
Pretty much like I said, I'll tell people definitely tap in, follow me at the DJ RNB at 4PhonesENT. Definitely work with us and take advantage of these dope artists while they're still here. Because once they start touring overseas, it's gonna be too late. Hey, can I get an interview with Sitch? When you had all this opportunity now,
Right.
definitely. So definitely thank you, P. Ross, for having us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's been my pleasure. And I thank you for coming on to the show. You have another seat here if you'd like to come back later on or any time. Just let me know. And I thank you for tuning in again. Excuse me, I cannot talk today. Thank you for tuning in again to listen to Chat City with P. Ross. I am your host, P. Ross, and that is the end of our show. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
Bye, Mom.
Thank you.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.